Have you ever asked yourself why so many people start believing that life is almost over after the age of 65? Why do so many people think that they're near the end when in truth the human body was designed to live well over 100 years? Yeah, I said that. Well, let me just say it out loud. I refuse to fall into that category. As long as I'm breathing, I'll be living. And I mean healthy living as well. Here's the reality at 65, and I just turned that age a month ago. You and I have barely passed the halfway mark. Think about it. Your heart can still beat another billion times. Your brain can still grow new cells. Your muscles can still rebuild stronger than they were in your 40s. The only reason most people don't reach that potential isn't because their bodies can't, it's because their habits tell their bodies to stop trying. Scientists at Harvard University followed more than 44,000 adults over 60 for 2 decades and discovered something mind blowing. Those who practiced just 6 simple morning habits lived up to 30 years longer with sharper memory, stronger legs, and far fewer signs of aging. 30 extra years. You heard me right? Not from pills or fancy treatments, from how they started their day. Welcome back to the channel. I'm Cheryl, and if you're new here, this channel is dedicated to seeing your health secrets and tips that actually work. Practical, science-backed information that can transform your quality of life after the age of 60. Today, we're going to talk about something extraordinary, a morning routine that can literally add 30 years to your life. And I'm not exaggerating. This is backed by Harvard research, Mayo Clinic studies, and even Nobel Prize winning science. Here's what most people don't understand. Your body wakes up every morning waiting for instructions. Let that sink in. The first 60 minutes after you open your eyes decide whether your cells begin repairing or breaking down. You decide that. When you start your day with sugar, stress, or inactivity, your body thinks it's under attack and it shuts off healing. But when you start with the right actions, your body activates a natural longevity switch that keeps your arteries open, your muscles strong, and your energy high all day long. In this video, I'm going to reveal 6 proven morning habits that can extend your life after 65. And that's what I'm hoping. So this is for me too. And keep your body feeling decades younger. And make sure you stay until the end because habit number 1 has been shown to reverse cellular aging at the DNA level. Let's go through these habits one at a time, starting from habit number 6. And that's drinking 16 ounces of room temperature water immediately upon waking. I did that this morning. This simple act can add up to 7 years to your life, according to a study from the National Institute of Aging that followed 11,000 adults for 25 years. Here's what happened inside your body when you sleep. You lose about 2 pounds of water through breathing and sweating. That means you wake up with blood that's literally thicker and stickier, forcing your heart to work 23% harder just to pump it through your vein, pump the blood. The researchers found that people who drank 2 full glasses of water immediately upon waking had 41% fewer heart attacks and 37% fewer strokes. Why? Because that simple act of hydration thins your blood within minutes, reducing the strain on your cardiovascular system for the entire day. Most seniors wake up and immediately reach for coffee. But caffeine actually dehydrates you further and triggers a stress response that spikes your cortisol when it should be naturally declining. Let that sink in. The temperature matters too. Room temperature water absorbs 40% faster than cold water because your body doesn't have to waste energy warming it up. My son needs to hear that. You told me that cold water. No, son. Scientists discovered that chronic morning dehydration actually shrinks your brain tissue over time, leading to memory problems and cognitive decline that people wrongly blame on just getting older. This single habit alone reduces your risk of colon cancer by 45% and bladder cancer by 50%, simply because water flushes out carcinogens before they can attach to your organ walls. Drink the water at least 30 minutes before breakfast to allow full absorption. Habit number 5 is to get 10 minutes of direct natural sunlight on your face within 10 minutes of waking up. This can literally reset your biological age by up to 5 years, according to revolutionary research from Johns Hopkins University that measured cellular aging markers in 3,000 participants. Your eyes contain special cells that don't help you see, but instead they send signals directly to your brain's master clock, which controls every hormone release in your body for the next 24 hours. When morning light hits these cells, it triggers an immediate 50% drop in melatonin and a 35% spike in cortisol, which is exactly what your body needs to properly wake up and start repairing cellular damage from the night before. The researchers found that seniors who got at least 10 minutes of morning sunlight had 43% better sleep quality, 38% less depression, and most remarkably, the protective caps on chromosomes that determine biological age were significantly longer than those who stayed in dim indoor lighting. Without morning light, without that exposure, your circadian rhythm shifts later each day, which is why so many seniors find themselves wide awake at 2 a.m. and exhausted at 2 p.m., a pattern that accelerates cognitive decline and increases dementia risk by 58%. Natural morning light is 1,000 times more powerful than indoor lighting at setting your biological clock, and it triggers vitamin D production in your skin that's impossible to fully replace with supplements. The light doesn't have to be direct sunshine. Even cloudy daylight is 10 times more effective than indoor bulbs. The timing window is crucial. Light exposure after 10 a.m. doesn't have the same effect because your body has already missed its chance to properly synchronize for the day. Habit number 4, eat 30 grams of complete protein within 90 minutes of waking. This can prevent muscle loss that kills more seniors than heart disease, according to the groundbreaking research done by the University of Texas. They studied 2,500 adults over the age of 60 for 8 years. Here's the terrifying truth. After age 60, you lose 3% of your muscle mass every single year. And once you drop below a critical threshold, your risk of falling increases by 400%. A single fall after 65 gives you a 30% chance of dying within the next year. The researchers discovered that seniors who front-loaded their protein intake in the morning maintained 73% more muscle mass than those who ate most of their protein at dinner. Why? Because morning protein consumption triggers a process called muscle protein synthesis, when your body is most primed to build and repair tissue. Most people over 65 eat less than 15 grams of protein at breakfast, usually just toast or cereal, which signals your body to start breaking down your own muscles for amino acids. You're literally eating yourself from the inside out. That's pretty much how I can explain it. Your stomach acid and your digestive enzymes are actually strongest in the morning after fasting all night, meaning that you absorb protein 40% more efficiently at breakfast than at dinner when your digestion is slowing down. The type of protein matters as well, enormously. Complete proteins with all 9 essential amino acids like eggs, Greek yogurt, or lean meat trigger 50% more muscle synthesis than incomplete proteins from grains or vegetables alone. The 30-gram threshold is crucial as well, because research shows that anything less doesn't trigger enough muscle protein synthesis to counteract age-related breakdown, while your aging body can't process more than 30 grams efficiently in one sitting. Timing is everything. Waiting more than 90 minutes after waking means that you have missed your body's prime anabolic window when growth hormone levels are naturally elevated and your muscles are most receptive to nutrients, to that protein. Your body can't store protein like it stores fat or carbohydrates, which means skipping morning protein forces your body to cannibalize its own muscle tissue. That's how serious it is. So please pay attention to that. Remember that. Protein in the mornings within 90 minutes of waking up. It could be eggs, Greek yogurt, or whatever I mentioned. Listen to this video over again if you need to hear this again. And make sure you share it with someone you love. Let me continue. Before we continue with the final 3 habits, let me pause for just a moment. If what I'm sharing right now is clicking with you or resonating with you, I don't want you to try to remember all of this or feel like you have to figure it out on your own later. So I put everything together in a free resource called the 2026 Comprehensive Health and Nutrition Guide. It's a 31-page guide that breaks down nutrition in a simple, realistic way. How food actually works in your body, how to build balanced meals without obsessing over it, and how to support things like energy, sleep, joints, heart health, and immunity as we get older. Inside the book, the ebook, you're going to find clear explanations of nutrients, portion visuals, balance plate examples, healthy meal and snack ideas, and even a 7-day sample meal plan so you have a starting point instead of guessing. I also connect nutrition with everyday life, movement, mindful eating, stress, and habit building, because health doesn't come from perfection. It comes from consistency. If you want something that you can read at your own pace, revisit anytime you want and actually use it. The link for the free guide is right below this video in the description. And while you're down there, please hit that like button and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss videos like this. And drop a comment and let me know, how old are you, if you don't mind telling me. Where are you watching from? And which of these habits surprised you the most so far? All right, let's get into the final 3 habits. These are the most powerful ones. Habit number 3, do 60 seconds of single leg balance exercises before you eat breakfast. This can reduce your risk of fatal falls by 86% and actually reverse age-related brain shrinkage, according to a landmark Mayo Clinic study that tracked 4,000 seniors for 10 years. Standing on one leg for just 30 seconds each morning forces your brain to activate neural pathways that typically deteriorate after the age of 50, literally rebuilding the connections between your brain and your muscles. And these prevent those devastating falls that send 3 million seniors to the emergency room every single year. The researchers discovered something extraordinary. Seniors who did daily balance exercises grew new gray matter in their hippocampus and cerebellum, the exact brain regions that shrink with age and cause both physical instability and memory loss. The study found that participants who couldn't stand on one leg for 10 seconds had 84% higher risk of stroke or death within the next 7 years, making this simple test more predictive of mortality than cholesterol levels or blood pressure. Balanced exercise done in the morning are 300% more effective than those done later because your vestibular system resets during sleep and is most adaptable to training immediately after you wake up. The magic happens at the cellular level. Balance training triggers the release of brain-derived neurotrophic factor, often called miracle grow for the brain, which stimulates the growth of new neurons and protects existing neurons from age-related death. Starting is simple. Just stand next to a wall or chair for safety. Lift one foot just an inch off the ground. Hold for 10 seconds, then switch legs, gradually increasing the time as you improve. The improvements happen fast too. Most seniors see measurable progress in just 7 days, with brain scans showing increased activity in balance-related regions after only 2 weeks of practice. Habit number 2, move your body for 10 minutes. Any movement counts. This doesn't mean a full workout. It means getting your body moving in any way that feels good. A gentle walk around your house, some light stretching, a few chair squats, anything that gets your blood flowing. Research shows that just 10 minutes of morning movement reduces all-cause mortality by 17%. That means 17% lower risk of dying from any cause, heart disease, cancer, accidents, anything. Morning movement is particularly powerful because it kickstarts your metabolism for the entire day. Studies show that people who exercise in the morning burn 20% more calories throughout the day than those who exercise later. Movement also flushes out the metabolic waste that accumulated in your tissues overnight. It improves lymphatic drainage and it helps regulate blood sugar for the next 12 hours. You don't need to push yourself hard. In fact, gentle movement is often more beneficial for seniors because it doesn't trigger the stress response that intense exercise can cause. The key is consistency. 10 minutes every single morning is infinitely more powerful than an hour-long workout once a week. Your body craves regular, predictable movement. Give that to it, your body, and it will reward you with energy, strength, and longevity. And now we're at habit number 1, the most powerful of all. Practice 10 rounds of 4-7-8 deep breathing immediately after waking up. I've started to do mine. This specific breathing pattern can add 15 years to your lifespan by reversing cellular aging at the DNA level, according to Nobel Prize-winning research that studied 5,000 participants across 5 countries. Here's how it works. You're going to inhale through your nose for 4 counts. Hold your breath at that time for 7 counts. And then you're going to exhale through your mouth for 8 counts. This breathing technique increases telomeres activity by 43%. This is the enzyme for your telomeres. It's a protective cap for your chromosomes. It's determined how long you live and how well you'll age. Here's what's terrifying. Most people over 65 breathe only into the top third of their lungs, getting 70% less oxygen than they need, slowly suffocating their organs and accelerating aging in every single cell. When you do the 4-7-8 breathing, the extended hold time forces oxygen deep into the lower lobes of your lungs, where the most efficient gas exchange happens, flooding your bloodstream with 40% more oxygen than your normal breathing. The long exhale activates your parasympathetic nervous system so powerfully that it lowers blood pressure by an average of 10 points. It reduces inflammatory markers by 35% and decreases cortisol, the aging hormone, by up to 50% for the entire day. Japanese centenarians have practiced similar breathing techniques for centuries. And when Western scientists finally studied them, they found these super agers had telomeres typical of people 30 years younger, along with 60% less cellular inflammation than the average senior. The 7-second hold is crucial because it allows maximum oxygen absorption, while the 8-second exhale ensures complete carbon dioxide removal, preventing acidic buildup that damages tissues and accelerates aging. Scientists found that participants who did 10 rounds of 4-7-8 breathing every single morning had 50% fewer heart attacks, 45% less cognitive decline, and remarkably, their cells showed biological markers of being 10 to 15 years younger than their chronological age. This simple practice costs nothing. It requires no equipment. It takes less than 3 minutes, yet it's the most powerful than any anti-aging drug ever developed because it literally changes how your genes express themselves. These 6 morning habits work synergistically, each one amplifying the effects of the others to create a biological transformation that can add decades of healthy, vibrant life after 65. The water thins your blood and primes your cells for optimal function. The sunlight synchronizes your hormones and activates vitamin D production. The protein rebuilds your muscles and strengthens your bones. The balance training rewires your brain and prevents devastating falls. The movement gets everything circulating. And the breathing, that breathing technique, 4-7-8, reverses cellular aging. Start with just one habit tomorrow morning. Add another one each week. And within 6 weeks, you'll have built a morning routine that literally turns back your biological clock. Let me be clear, very clear about something. At age 65, you're not almost done. You are not too old to change and you're not past your prime. Don't let anybody tell you that. Your body is incredible. It's resilient. It responds to the signals that you give it every single day. And the most powerful signals happen in the first hour after you wake up. That is the window of opportunity. The choice you make tomorrow morning when that alarm goes off isn't just about one day. It's about whether you'll be thriving at 85 or merely surviving. Whether you'll be traveling the world or trapped in a nursing home. Whether you'll be playing with great-grandchildren or struggling to remember their names. That is what's going to happen to you if you don't do these things. Your future self is counting on the decisions you make in the next 24 hours. And now you have the scientific blueprint to give yourself the gift of 30 more healthy years. I want to hear from you. Which of these 6 habits are you going to start tomorrow morning? Drop it in the comment section. Your story might inspire another senior watching today. And if you found this video helpful, please hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, turn on the notifications so you never miss important information like this. Do not forget to grab your free ebook, 2026 Comprehensive Health and Nutrition Guide. That link will be in the description below. It's a 31-page, and it has practical science-backed nutrition advice that will support everything you learned today. Remember, aging isn't about decline. It's about adaptation. And you have more control than you ever imagined. So take care of yourself. Take care of your health. And if you if you didn't get everything that I said, listen to the video over again. Share it with your loved ones. And save it on your device for future listening and future sharing. Thank you so much. And I'll see you in the next video.